family darkest feeling deepest, noble enough to see the world, map to find the key once lost, to save the many darkest feeling deeper.
Welcome back everyone to Followers of Mayhem. In the last episode, Gazura decided to take a walk of doom. She is currently drunk but not too drunk, and unfortunately that is so because if she had been very drunk, then we would have been able to have her mistake the certain drow that she's currently looking at as Vienna. But yeah, unfortunately she rolled a very high, so she's not that drunk. Now, Rura unfortunately is feeling a little under the weather, so we won't be having her, and Shigon said they had other obligations that they couldn't take care of. And Neku just arrived! Hey Neku!
Hello.
You're just in time because I just finished the introductions. So, with that, are we all ready?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me just check everything is good and golden. And it is. Now let me make sure the sound doesn't glitch out. And that's good. That's golden. That's great. Alright. Grisura, as you stepped out of the door, you spotted a lantern sitting right beside it. And you realize the door is clearly visible. And then you look to your right, and you see a drow with a falcon on hawk or falcon, is it, Vienna?
Hawk.
Hawk. A hawk on her shoulder as she's sitting on a chair sipping tea. One of the kobolds beside her is holding a tea tray with a simmering kettle and an extra cup, some sugar, basic cutlery stuff. The two Durigar are playing cards, and the other kobold is just adjusting his sunglasses a bit.
I turn around, poke my head back inside, and yell, "Vienna, it's for you!"
Wait a moment. They look up as you arrive, and there's a moment where you're both looking at each other, and then you say that. Okay? And also the door goes, just because the door goes that way. It's just because I need their tokens on the map so they can see. Is basically it. You exited from towards the forest, is what I'm saying. So, going back inside real quick. Rizura, you watch as they begin to pack up. The chair is folded up and the tea is sipped one last time, poured out and then given to the kobold, who begins to, pack it up and put it into a bag of some sort. Fiona and everyone else at the table, you hear Rizura shout.
Vienna grabs her drink and heads out.
You better bring your weapon.
The hell?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna roll to see if Vienna remembers to bring her weapon.
Alright,
I don't
roll
think
it.
right now.
Is it the hostile kind of company?
Like, okay, how plastered is Vienna right now? Let's see.
Constitution save says.
I would say yes.
I would say roll it twice, just because you were very heavily drinking. You were very heavy drinking.
Yeah. So instead of her weapon, Vienna comes out holding her mug of unholy mixed alcohol, and then she sees the drow, and and she says, "Hey, Mom, you want a drink?"
Alright. So,
I
I'm
got
going
it.
to move us back over to the other map. And Fiona has come out of the door here.
Yeah, Valen's come too, by the way, and he and Vendil are now staring daggers at each other.
I gawk at Vierna and whisper to her, "That's your mom?"
Yeah,
Well, fuck.
I
We're
know.
dead.
I know.
You want me to get everyone ready?
Did you hear Dennis's question about if the company is hostile?
Rizura? Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard the question.
Okay.
I think he was asking you, though.
He was asking you
No,
in character.
I was asking you. That was in
Oh.
character.
Oh. I say to him, well, if you count 2 kobolds, a drow with a falcon on her shoulder, and 2, what are they called?
Oh, come on.
Dwarga.
Duriga.
Durga, with sunglasses on. With dark dwarves with sunglasses over, all of them wearing sunglasses over their eyes, not hostile, then I think you need to read up on what actually counts as hostile.
Are you aware that he can't see what's out there?
I know, yes, I'm aware.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm answering the question in a sarcastic way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vienna pats her on the shoulder saying, "It was a good try. You got there in the end."
Shut up.
Just a second.
So, Dennis is going to hurry up and finish his encrypted letter.
Okay. Sorry
and then
about
he's going
that.
to burn the two plain text copies.
Okay. Sorry about that, car park right outside my window. I can't do much about it. Okay. So, the drow, upon seeing Vienna, the sunglasses hide her eyes, but she stands there for a long time and then says, "Not today, I'm here on business."
As usual, and I just huck the drink at one of the Dwarga.
It hits him on the head. He doesn't even flinch.
To be honest, I figured you'd go for the kobold.
Actively even
Yeah,
roll
the
damage for you. Okay, let's see. Let me see. So let's see.
And the Dwargar the Dwargar at least has to get to me.
Okay. So he took 2 damage. Didn't even flinch. So,
But
Everyone-
his suit is ruined by the alcohol, and that's the important thing.
That is true.
You want to mark him?
No.
Since technically speaking, it should be plain to see which one has a ruined suit.
All right, I'll mark him.
Like a yellow dot.
Okay.
I knew it.
So, she glances to the Duragar and then back, and then she says, "Could you bring your I forget what it
Nephew?
is back nephew, that's it. Could you bring your nephew here, please? I wish to speak
Well,
to him."
your grandson, huh? You know he wants to kill you and our whole family, right?
That's what I'm here to talk about.
This should be entertaining. Sandra! Grandmother.
Drunk Vienna is
What?
amazing.
Kagura jolts out of his chair and slams his hands on the table while saying, "What?"
I
You
immediately.
fucking heard me.
She's out there. Just out there. Right now.
Yep.
Everybody around Kagura sees he gets his eyes start showing a bloodlust you've never seen on him before, or he starts gritting his teeth and growling growling loudly. You've never seen him be this angry before. In fact, you would almost call his disposition feral.
Yeah,
Well,
Fiona hears this, she's just gonna stand aside and let him get it out of his system.
Not Gazura. She's blocking the door.
He grabs his weapon and from his sash and storms out towards the front door.
I block his path.
The front door is here.
Don't you dare. I then grab him. Don't you do anything stupid.
I said get out of my way!
She said
And
she's here to talk, so I don't think you're in any actual danger.
And I say don't do anything stupid. I understand you want to kill her. Believe me, I know the feeling. But if you go into this blindly, you'll only get yourself and even others hurt, if not killed.
Grisura, I need you to roll a strength saving throw. Or just a direct strength. Kagura's trying to push you out of the way.
Alright,
Sorry, that's a fail. He pushes you out of the way.
crap.
After pushing Grisura, I step out and face the newcomers, and just stare them down, and shouting out, "You! How dare you show your face to me after what your son did!" And as he pulls his sword out of its sheath.
Yes. My son. The very reason I am here. I wish to apologize for his bad behavior. We did not entirely know he would go and try and pull this little mastermind plot.
Fiona starts giggling. Is he grounded?
Oh, very yes. He is.
You grounded the king.
You had 18 days. 18 days to say that to my face, and you're only choosing now after everything that's been done to my friend, everything that I've heard has been done back home, you choose now to try and say that to me? Why should I believe anything you say?
Well, for starters, I'm the one that released you. I did not know you were down in our old dungeon cellar. We really should get that removed one of these days.
Then tell me one reason I shouldn't get your head ready to send to my treacherous father.
Because the Syndicate had no idea that your father had you holed up in there. We were told you would be meeting us, but you never showed up.
Wait, that was real?
Can I roll insight since I'm the more stable of the three outside?
You may?
Deanna's not gonna bother. She's pretty sure her mother's actually telling the truth.
She approaches first 5 feet and then 10 feet, and she closes the distance, but she stops once she gets halfway. Yeah, you're pretty sure she's telling the truth.
I don't like this. If that's the case, didn't you bother to check your so-called cellar?
We haven't used that place in 70 years.
And the screams didn't...
It's soundproof.
And what about my friend? Did you have anything to do with what happened to her?
I did not, and I am very sorry what happened to her, and I intend to try and compensate you in any way that I can. Perhaps I can offer resources to deal with the slavers, or that Mahem dragon.
There's lots of things. Though I think what would be appropriate, considering the Grizzard then glances at Kagra situation, is give us if you could discover who was the one that maimed our companion.
She sighs and she says, I would prefer not to, simply because he was only doing as he's ordered. By
And who?
my son, who honestly, we had no clue. But we can't just give you his head either. That would destabilize the government and cause all kind of issues. And then
There's already issues.
she looks to Vienna. And then there's your aunt. Drops out of wizard school and goes on to become a pirate, and then a cleric, and doesn't even call. How long has it last been since we last talked face to face? 26 years?
No.
25?
Something like that. Looks like you did well. Looks like you did well enough with the others, though.
I wish.
That's the most seriously, Carrig, King.
Well, my options were limited when you decided to leave.
I know, isn't it great?
And just what is that supposed to mean?
Yana was to be my heir. Now she's the only one in the family that has half a brains in her head.
You're telling me that Vierna was the one who was supposed to infiltrate the crown?
No response.
Yeah, Grisera goes back to the door and yells loudly into the manor, "Get your asses out here right now!"
All right, yeah, Alex has kind of just been, closely listening as best he can without stepping out. But what he ends up doing next is he summons Wanderlust first, and he tucks it into his belt, at the ready just in case. And he steps on out but close to the manor.
Alright. Everyone stepping out may step out. You see what you see on screen.
To which Alex sees us and he says, "Oh, good morning. How are you doing today?"
I could be better, but what can you do with help these days? Sometimes you just can't get good enough help.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Clearly, if your own son is able to use my mother to get power over the government and throw your own grandson into a cellar, while sending an imposter to rule Prince in his place.
She pauses at that, and then her head tilts slightly to the side. Now, what's this about an imposter? There is...
Basically Carrick's dumbass attempt to try and fix the damage he did.
Grisera looks down like, "You better get out here and help me with this."
There isn't an imposter in Londrak.
What?
And she reaches into her pocket and she pauses to make sure no one's going to see this as a violent action. And then she pulls out a familiar orb. One that you recognize Elnath using to show you the party. This is an orb of scrying. And I can show you right now what my son is up to.
Show me now.
She speaks a spell, and as the orb clears, you see your father sitting at a desk. To one side, to his left, a stack of white papers, completely blank. To his right, a stack of papers with... Oh, echo. With, writing on them. And in front of him, a piece of paper he's writing on. It seems to be only one single... I'll allow you giving me a little echo. Thank you. It seems to be only one sentence repeated over and over. I will not pretend to be a mastermind.
What was that? What was that they said about insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again? Well, he sure is demonstrating it well here, isn't he?
He's been doing this shit since he was your age, kiddo.
Oh yes, he, how many times has he tried to assassinate you again, Vienna?
I didn't really bother to keep count after a while.
Oh yes, I think I have a record of it somewhere. Oh well.
Enough with the family banter. Enter, you have a point. Make your point.
Whoever told you that there was a second version of you keeping things stable in Lundrak lied.
So my friends don't have a bounty on their heads?
They do not.
I'm rolling insight check.
Alright.
Ooh.
Well,
Lovely.
She's telling the truth.
But then that would mean he's the one that lied.
I ask
Well,
you.
from what I can tell, but sorry. Sorry, go.
I'm nearly done. I ask you,
Alright.
grandson, to not hold this dumb as fuck actions on my son's behalf against the family. We are your family. And I would be grateful to get to know you. Perhaps over some tea, once you have worked things out with your father in Lundrak. But please, do try not to kill him. He's needed to keep peace.
No promises are made.
I understand. But if it makes things any better, I have told him to obey any command you say to him, so you could very easily humiliate him if you wished. And if you are indeed a syndicate, I'm sure that sounds very fun.
Kagura just puts his sword away. Saying, and he's not worth the trouble. A cell will work just fine for him.
Alright. As it stands, you are still too young to take the throne, for at least a little while longer. But I will be keeping an eye on him in the future to make sure he doesn't pull any of this bullcrap, if you'll pardon the expression.
He holds the sword up still in its sheath. Eth along with a finger pointed at her, saying, "You damn well better."
And as an apology, I wish to help with your venture in freeing the slaves. Not freeing, what was it again? Removing slavery, that's it. Sorry, that was out of character, I forgot for a second, from removing the slave population and... No, that can be misconstrued. From removing the slaver population.
You mean Cleaver?
Well, it would be nice to not have to deal with that particular Kenku, yes.
Too much of a wild card in the mix, is he?
Yes, neither the syndicate or the gentleman really particularly cares for him. But we have used him in the past to... Well, let's just say me and the gentleman are direct competitors.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd say all the more reason we can't trust you then.
Basically, you made him like your third competitor with every use you had of him. He grew stronger, more powerful, smarter.
Well, I wouldn't say he's stronger than me. It's more he's beginning to...
No, I'm not saying stronger than you. Just stronger than any ordinary lackey.
I honestly do not see the difference between his level of strength and your level of strength personally, but as it stands, and she motions to the two kobolds and the two Duergar who have sat down and they're just playing cards completely at ease, and she says, these four are who I am willing to offer as a gesture of gesture in good faith, shall we say. Gesture of good faith.
You mean like collateral?
No. as allies to assist with your... Well, you are going to be taking down Cleaver, are you not, eventually?
Eventually, yes.
Part of the plan, yes.
Of course,
Then-
we do have the issue of the Black Dragon here, too.
Then, take them. They are now working for you. And she looks to Kagura at this. They will follow your orders. And when you are done with them, simply tell them to return to me.
Don't. You might. This might have slipped your notice too, but it was a red kobold that tortured my friend.
I know. And I'm sorry
Did you-
about that.
Whether you're sorry or not, she won't take their presence well.
I understand. You can just take my two friends on my left here instead then. And I shall return home with the two kobolds.
Fine.
And then she pauses a minute and then she says, "Forgive me, but may I hug you?
What?
You are my grandson."
Can I roll another Constitution save to see if I really am not drunk?
Okay.
Because hearing her say she wants to hug Kagura, Kagura's already doubting herself to be sober.
Perhaps a handshake instead if that is too far.
Alex is keeping an eye out on seeing if he can see any magical play at work when they make contact.
Fine. He brings out his free hand forward.
She reaches out and she gives it a shake, and then she nods her head and says, "It is nice to finally meet my grandson."
It's nice to know. Oh, that I actually have a grandmother.
Yes. She then looks to Fiona and steps around Kagura and approaches her, looking her square in the eyes.
Vierna shrinks back almost imperceptibly.
I put everything into you, Fiona,
I know.
and it's clear that it's not where I should have focused my efforts. But you are still my heir. See to it that Prince
what?
Kagura gets proper treatment on your next visit to Prosh. Or don't.
What?
Having your pride ripped away from you gives one perspective on what's important. And she gives you one final look and then turns and begins to walk away. She approaches the
Okay.
kobolds and says, "We're leaving." And you're as...
Wait. If my you say you have my father in a cell of his own making?
She turns and says, "Oh yes. And he's going to be
What?
there for, 20 years seems like a just punishment."
You're not going to be able to hide him from my mother and my little sister for 20 years without them knowing something's up.
The best prisons are ones that are mental.
You're gonna have him looking over his shoulder scared for 20 years.
Something like that. And then she turns and begins to walk away. The two
Fitting
do.
punishment for someone who... Sorry.
Go on.
But yeah, Alex just kind of shrugs and, picks up the volume of his voice a bit, and he says, no better punishment for someone who's disobeying you, I guess.
Although, but we saw it ourselves. That man is insane. Can someone that mad even know fear?
I don't know. Apparently he wanted to spread lies enough. He wanted to spread the lie that we were wanted. Clearly he wanted us running in fear. I'd say that goes to show he probably is pretty scared of us.
What?
If you're not... Oh, actually, if wait, I'll wait till you're done.
The worst lie is the worst lie of all is the one he told me. That I could have ended up killing all of you.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, I kind of have to constantly stir on and think of that myself almost every day.
What do you mean?
Possibilities here and there. Like I love Horo. I really do, and I trust him with my life. Of course I do, but that doesn't mean I don't have doubts. He knows I've got these doubts and everything. It's just... Never mind. I'm trying to relate to something I can't really. Just never mind. Don't mind me.
Whatever the case may be between you with Horo and I, we'll figure it out. Just as soon as I figure out who's telling me the truth here.
Alright. Fiona, you wanted to do something?
Yes, I'm gonna use sending to. I'm gonna use sending to drunkenly call Carrig.
Okay, what do you say?
You got in trouble.
You just hear this indignant. God, I hate you.
Tell him his son says hi, by the way.
Yeah, your son says hi, by the way.
That will cost you your second sending, by the way. But your response this time is just let me actually get close to the mic there. And just swearing and anyway.
Yeah, Alex leans over and he says, "How pathetic does he sound right now?"
Hey, about as much as I remember.
So that's very pathetic.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I was right. I guess I was right to put my sword away. Seems he.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. If you tried to attack her, she would have just turned into a dragon and crushed you under her foot, and then continued the conversation.
She can do that.
No, that's not what I mean. I was just saying that it might be that might be worth my while to keep father alive for a little longer after all. Even if he is insane.
Imagine killing the king would probably cause problems.
For now, it would.
The Duragara just stand there, sort of just. They're quietly occasionally exchanging cards, and they're just playing a card game while you guys talk. They're pretty relaxed and chill.
Yes, Kagura?
Use prestidigitation and to to get the alcohol off of this man's clothes now.
Okay. Poof, it's clean.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait. Thank you. There we go.
Do you two have names?
I'm Veg, and he's Thought.
Charming. Now then, I assume you heard the woman loud and clear. You work for me now.
Yes, sir. That is definitely what she ordered, and we knew that coming here.
Very, very good. And I think we're done standing out here. I think we're done sitting out here. Let's say we all go inside.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
I was honestly expecting that to go much differently, said Dennis.
So did I.
Well, if it makes her feel better, I don't. Or she was probably mostly at least telling the truth. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us all right there without any help from her bodyguards.
Is she really that powerful?
Yes, she is.
She is one of the greatest wizards in all of London and all of Mayhem.
So I've
You
heard.
watch Dennis pause as he's walking to the door. He's like, "What? Last I checked, Wiztig was the greatest wizard."
Yes, they, I believe he was, I believe they have I believe they both fought once, and, it ended in a tie.
Okay.
And then she tried to ruin him, and that's all we really know. We're not really supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
So,
We better explain this to everyone.
Do we have
Yeah,
enough
it does.
rooms for them?
If
We have more.
It's that magnificent mansion thing, and he can make more if he has to.
True.
there's plenty of beds. It's just I didn't want to design a mansion with literally 100 rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, as we're like walking in, Alex is also sort of like supporting Vierna a bit because I don't know if she's still intoxicated, but yeah, I mean heavy armor and alcohol
It's
probably
been-
doesn't go.
Uh,
Heavy armor now.
It's been maybe how long has it been since Fiona started drinking?
She started drinking in the morning, and
Pretty sure it's still morning.
Oh yes, I forgot to show this to everyone. So here, this is Julie.
oh, that's what it was. It was just a cutout of the hawk, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, Alex is supporting Vierna because, like I said, alcohol and heavy armor probably doesn't go well when you're legless.
Yeah. Like,
So, what do you guys do?
Okay, this is actually be a point where I wish, or kind of be a point where I kind of wish either Rora or Shikon were with us right now. Is Neku not back yet?
Neku's here. He's just being quiet because you were talking.
Oh,
At least, I'm sorry. I'm talking for you again, Allah. Sorry.
You're good. No, I just didn't have a point where I needed to be here. So, just waiting.
anyway, Sorai is gonna head out into the foyer and say, and ask, you got it all out now, bud? About as well as I could, yeah. Awesome. Now, why don't we come back into the table? able and take a seat without any more of the drama, all right? Fine.
Dennis is redoing his encrypted letter because
Actually, I just remembered something about the Duragar.
they
They
can't
can't
enter because
enter.
they weren't specified.
Yep. They kind of
Elnath,
just stand awkwardly at the entrance, and they would have told Kagura that they can't enter.
What?
It's how the
Yeah.
spell works. No one who isn't invited can enter.
That's why we were waiting outside when you arrived.
Alright, someone go get Elnath. Just tell him.
Anywho, so Dennis is making a new letter, encrypted letter, because some minor details changed, and if you combine minor details with cryptography, that means you rewrite the entire thing.
Yep.
Kagura. First Kagura just lets out a frustrated sigh and says, "Wait here." Cooperate with me here,
If
window.
you want people to be invited, you want to talk to Butler, not Elnath. In fact, you probably shouldn't tell Elnath anything of what just happened there.
Why not?
I can't tell you.
I can't very well. I'll have two people all standing outside where it's not exactly safe out there.
Oh, well, I'm sure they'd be fine, but as I said, Butler's the one who casts the spell, so you wanna talk to him.
Oh, you're all right. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem.
Kagura goes up to this door, or knocks on it, saying,
Right.
"Butler,
Yeah?
we have a couple newcomers I need you to welcome into the building."
Okay. And he walks past everyone, grabs the two Duragar by the shoulders, and just pulls them in. And they fall on their faces, but now they're in the building. He grunts and then he says, "Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Good night."
Night.
That could have been done better.
The Duragar dust themselves off, and then they stand at attention.
All right. So, see, first of all, if you're going to be staying with us, you two should find a couple of vacant rooms for yourselves.
Yes, sir. We shall do so right away. Any other orders?
No, that's all for now.
Very well. They salute, and then they head, and I'm gonna put them in these rooms over here. Alright.
I guess it's back to just being us now.
Kind of hard to go back to normal with all that just happened.
Allah. You, by this point, you've noticed Drura has just vanished, and, you're starting to get a little antsy. Maybe you want to head downstairs? See what's going on? You did hear some shouting earlier.
Alright, she steps out of the door and heads downstairs.
Alright. So, yeah, you head downstairs and you can see most of the group discussing something near the door.
She peeks her head out through the door and just asks people, "Hey, what's going on?"
A
Small
lot happened.
Small
A lot
change of
happened.
plans.
Yeah, a lot's happened in the past few 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And Alex is
Dennis
like
says,
still.
apparently
Alex-
Grandma came to visit.
You missed the chance to see your tormentor writing what he's done.
Alar just froze at that, and she just like simply lowers her head.
Apparently, everything that's happened to you and me, to the two of us, was my father acting on his own accord.
I see. Aye. Well, that's good news, at least in some case.
But now we still that still leaves us with a matter of figuring out what to do about it. Do we still proceed as normal and go after the Black Dragon, or something else?
I'd say Black Dragon probably takes priority currently.
And
True.
yeah,
True. We do still have the rot to worry about.
slaves can be freed. Dragon victims, not so much.
And, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to let that thing get anywhere near nowhere.
I don't blame you.
Well, that's what we're doing. Then I probably go. You better go sober up. I'm gonna go have a bath.
Agrizura?
Marco.
This
Hold on.
place has.
We
And
can hear you.
and rest up. Those sending stills probably took a bit out of you.
Yeah. Like Fiona's headed on to. I assume these are the baths.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright,
I speak up and motion to both Kagra and Alar. If I may, bringing down a black dragon's going to be tough. Would you be opposed if I call in some reinforcements?
Of course not. Any help we can get would be invaluable.
Well, I'm only able to get into contact with 3 of them, but there are those I do know of those who travel after the rebellion from last year. However, for some reason I can only get into contact with 3 of them. Thankfully, these 3 are among the best of the ex-gladiators.
That just makes it better. We need strong people for this.
Then you'll love these 3. The first is a fire genasi named Seer. He's, despite being a monk who follows the sun soul, he's rather cocky. And, well, you never... If you meet... When you meet him... If you meet him, you'll never... It's like he's never been inside the Colosseum. He's always full of energy and... What was the word Naxon called him? Bombastic? He's also eager to punch something, so I'm sure Seer would be of a great help.
Sounds like just the kind of person we're looking for.
Next is Alzu. He's one of the few gnomes from the Colosseum that I can remember, and he is a wizard who, what was that again? He practices conjuration magic. Basically, he can make anything appear with just a wave of a hand.
A wizard? From a Colosseum?
Well, for those with magical abilities, the owners used to put these armbands on them that limit their power so that they don't go blowing the place up and causing an escape or a riot.
Did this man fight in the Colosseum?
Yes, he did. But even though he's been there longer than Seer, he's also another who didn't let all that has happened get to him. It's as if he somehow knew we were going to be free. The last one is a little. Go ahead.
I was just about to ask about the last one.
The last one, you have to watch your pockets for. She's a tiefling named Nakria. She was brought to the Colosseum for a failed breaking and entering. And well, she can be both seductive and deadly, just to let you guys know. She's also skilled in magic. I've seen her use that spell Mage Hand a couple times to throw dust into her opponent's eyes before she skewers them.
So she's an arcane trickster.
Yes.
That would come in handy. Although do you... Well, while I'm not too concerned about my pockets, it's in that respect. I do have to wonder: is she really going to be okay? Going to be okay with going up against the dragon of all things?
Are you kidding? She relishes in the challenge. In fact,
it doesn't bother her the least what's going to happen to her after she dies.
well, like Seer, she's the kind of person who lives life to the fullest. And I'm pretty sure she won't pick your pockets if I tell her that you're my friends. And because she does have this rule about her, this personal rule: never steal from friends from friends.
Friends
Sorry.
of friends.
Yes, stupid tongue twister.
Well, that's...
And I've actually seen her steal from narcissistic, petty nobles to give to the poor of some towns before we split up.
Kagura just grins at grins at that. So
Yeah, Nakria doesn't. Not the kind of person who lets her race define her. She's just the kind that's a trendsetter. It's
So-
been, go ahead.
those would be those three would be great allies. Are
But
you
how?
going to go on?
I've Dennis is using some sort of post system, right? To send his letters.
He has been trying to send a letter to somebody in nowhere. Yes.
I wonder if
Speaking
there's a
of,
play.
he walks down the stairs. Were you guys talking about mail?
Yes. I'm actually. Can you send letters to people you don't know?
I've just been giving them to Elnath, and then he said he'll handle it.
Yeah.
Chances are, if you know where they are, then Elnath would know where they're going, if anywhere.
If I can, basically, I have these 3 friends who might help us with the Black Dragon. If I can send them a letter.
Sounds like a good idea.
However, I do need some. She then blushes. Help. She then looks to Alex, who. Well, where is Alex?
He went up towards the bathroom.
Oh,
And in fact, we might just pause you there to see what he's doing, shall we?
yes.
Alex.
All right.
Alar,
Well,
actually, quickly before that, Alar, is there anything you want to do?
No.
Okay. Okay, Alex, go ahead.
alrighty. So, Alex, he walks into the bathrooms and he calls out, "Hey, Viren, are you in here?
Yeah.
You don't mind if I chat you up a bit while you're cleaning up, do you?
Go ahead.
All right, thanks." So yeah, Alex, he just stands by the door here. Like he's allowing Fiona to have a privacy, and he as he's leaning up against the door, he goes silent for a moment, and after a bit, he says, "I'm sorry if I sounded a little indignant over you keeping that little secret about the whole syndicate and all.
Apology accepted.
I mean, I kind of could tell that you had secrets here and there. It's just, I mean, that's kind of a big one. I could see why you didn't want to talk about it." Are you all right?
Yeah. Just not really sure where you're going with this.
I was just worried. Yeah, you hit the bottle pretty hard, and it just. Well, it seems. Now that I think about it, it seems like whenever we brought up the syndicate, you kind of started drinking pretty bad.
Noticed that, did you? Like, you hear the rustle of armor as Vierna starts.
We aren't Andy.
Sorry, just checking.
All right. What was that? Sorry, Woodwood.
Noticed that, did you? As Vierna starts pulling her armor back on.
Yeah, it took me a bit to figure it out, though. It only just hit me now. I mean, look, I'm not saying you need my help or anything. It's just, like I said, I'm worried.
I honestly don't know what's going to happen from here on out. 25 years now, I thought I'd been disowned.
From the sounds of it, your mom kind of is still considering it. But it seems like even she's a little conflicted.
Well, she doesn't have a whole lot left to work with. My youngest brother is a kiss-ass teenager with delusions of grandeur. My sister is a spoiled brat. And, well, you know about my brother. You know, the king. The idea of him a king just hilarious.
I mean, I haven't met the king, so I wouldn't really know, but the fact that you keep chuckling about it sounds like it is really unbelievable.
I never thought I'd say this about my brother, but I'm looking forward to the next time I'd see him.
That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I mean, you can take care of yourself. I've seen you just strike people down. You really don't need my help. Hell, you've got no more magic than I could ever possibly imagine. But it's just, I'm not easy to trust these guys. I feel like this is just a way for her to get her hooks in us so that we can do more and more of her dirty work down the line.
Oh, it almost. Oh, it almost definitely is, but that doesn't mean she's not being sincere. As Vierna comes out, she, she's, she made a special study of enchantment magic, mind control magic. She really wanted to just bend us to her will. It wouldn't have been hard.
Then why didn't she do it?
The moment she showed up, I was half expecting her to try. Maybe she just didn't want to do anything that might alienate Kagura.
It really just seemed like if she can mind control people, then it's a lot easier to just do it. I mean, why go through all
Well,
the
it's
effort?
not it's not flawless, and well, that's just the thing. She's had that power for long enough to know when not to use it.
Well, I guess when you live for centuries, you kind of learn to tone it down a bit.
She's 350 years old. It's not even halfway through. Not even halfway through a drow's lifespan.
Seriously? Like she, I'm not that really good at gauging, elf years from appearances, but I don't know, she looked at least 100.
I'm over 100.
Really?
Yes.
I'm really bad at this.
And acknowledging, and Vierna pats him on the shoulder. Acknowledging it is the first step to working through it. Come on, I have an order to put in.
Okay, so Kagura, I know you want to say something, but Grisora was waiting for Alex to exit.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. I was just checking on Vierna.
Grisora?
Anyway, Alex,
Yeah.
I need your help with a particular matter.
Yeah. What's that?
You've seen my writing,
I have.
right?
Yes.
I was wondering if you could, help me write it.
This is a letter to your friends to get them to help. Yeah.
Yes. Last I checked, they travel together.
All right then. I can help you out.
That would be appreciated, though I don't know if they'll get here in time.
Well, it's not like we can sit around and wait. You just let them know that we're prepping. Well, we'll just let them know that we're preparing and we're going to head out as soon as we can. We can't risk this dragon getting any closer to any civilization.
Do
Right.
we have a meet point for them?
So, I'm gonna let you two, Mike, I'm gonna let you two roleplay that later on, and we're just
Alright.
going to move forward for now.
Yep. For
Okay.
the sake of brevity, let's go. Yeah. I'm good with
So-
that.
Yeah.
Is there anything anyone wants to do before you start heading out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Elnath real fast.
Okay.
I feel a little small.
Do you now?
One.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, of course you do. You're a puny.
You don't have to fix it.
There you go.
Okay, Vierna does the barbershop knock on Elnath's bedroom door.
Yes, leave any letters slip any letters under the door.
And might be doing that later, but first I wanted to ask if you had any diamonds on hand.
Diamonds. Well, May does happen to have one, but it is going to cost. I can't just give one to you. You understand they're quite expensive.
Well, bringing back the dead didn't come cheap.
Yes, if you give her the monetary coin equal to what it's worth, I am sure she will be able to provide you with one of hers.
Got it. And Bjorn heads over. Thanks. And Bjorn heads back downstairs.
Alright. May's currently just like watching everyone and it's just sort of there. Yes, are you hungry?
And a little bit now that you mention it, but actually what I need is a diamond.
Ah, you, wanting to prepare in case someone dies and you need to revive them, yes? Yes?
Yep.
Alright, well,
Try not to die too much, guys. I'm probably only going to be able to do this once.
well, if you give me the coin, I'll be happy to provide you with one of mine.
I toss her 300 gold.
Alright, and she reaches into a pocket and gives you the diamond.
Thank you.
With this, I can make more ingredients for cookies. Elnath is going to be quite happy. And anything else anyone wants to do?
One small thing, but I'm not entirely. But it can wait. I think. Yeah, it can wait.
Okay. There is one last thing I want to do before we get on. I'm going to assume everyone's going to, rest for a little bit and then head off to take care of the dragon. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Alarm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You listen to your party as they talked and discussed. You watched as you slowly came to understand what the situation had been. And from the brief bits you'd been able to hear from outside, everything didn't sound very good. Something just didn't sit right for you. But you dared not speak up because clearly the others had something more important to say. So you stay silent and let them talk, resolving your intent to stop this black dragon before it becomes a problem. If not for you, if not for your sister, for Mayhem. Alright. And anything else you want to add, Neku?
No, that was done well.
Okay. So, with that said, you all continue your journey. Oh yes. Once you get closer to Prosh, roughly about here, the swamp being just this small patch of land right here. It's Elnath, Maid, and Butler all share a glance and say, I'm afraid this is as far as we can go. We must return eastward and seek out that Cleaver fellow.
So you're going to leave the Black Dragon all to us?
I know you can handle it.
Is that I know you can handle it, but I'm secretly hoping you don't die, or I know you can handle it and you'll get out fine?
I know you can handle it.
Actually, Elnath, one more
Yes?
question. And Alex, he walks in and he gets close and he leans over and he whispers, "Who exactly are you?"
Who are we? But people in the land, in the end.
Can I, let me rephrase the question then. And do you three happen to be restrained under the primeval pact?
Quickly refresh my memory on that. Is that,
Basically, it's basically a pact keeping deities from getting too directly involved in mortal affairs, particularly in the violence department.
Before I answered that, Sir Soray and, Sir Law, do you wish to have swift return to your homes? We can transport you there rather quickly, if you wish to come with us, or if you wish to stay and help your allies, that is also perfectly applicable.
Law shrugs and he looks to Alar and offers her a cocky smile. I know you can do it. There's no need to worry about it. I need to check on Aristone and make sure the town is still in order. Alar just gives a small nod to that and she gives a shy smile.
Okay. Soray?
It might be a good idea for me to head off to Lundruk. We got a lot of really conflicting info here, and I need to see where the boss stands in all this. Maybe get our facts straight. You're not going to help us fight the dragon, Sorai? As much as I would like to, you have to remember we work best in the shadows, not in the line of fire. That hasn't stopped me. Well, you're kind of setting setting a new standard, and for royalty here, what was actually trying to be on the front lines with your subjects and all. I never said anything about them being my subjects. They're just my friends. Yeah. We'll see how you feel about that after you become king. But until then,
Set a higher standard than your dad, and you'll be fine.
there's no way I'm gonna be any. There's no way I'm getting anywhere close to father.
Good.
At any rate, first things first, Kagura, I believe these are yours. He hands Kagura the sword and the studded leather armor that he gave him.
Alright.
Right, I'll take care of yourself, then take care of yourself, Sarai. Oh, we're rogues. Taking care of ourselves is what we do best.
Do let Ruren know that I said goodbye, and I will be in touch and always watching her. And a maid looks to him and then he says, and she looks to him and she says, "You know that's creepy, right?" Well, butler, please take us please start the process. The butler and maid roll their eyes, and you watch as butler begins to mumble incantations and begin to charge a spell.
Hey, Law.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You keep in mind what I asked of you, alright?
I was going to adjust that. I have got a lot of thinking to do.
Yeah, and, well, if you do end up collecting all of these pieces, or whatever they are, just don't destroy them immediately. I at least want one shot to prove to you that horror isn't as bad as you think.
Law pauses at that and he doesn't actually say anything. He just turns his back to Alex and gives him a thumbs up.
See you
So-
later, Law.
You
Goodbye.
watch. Go on, sorry.
No, that was it. That's all I want to say for LR.
Go on.
No, that was it.
Okay.
I already said it.
Sorry. So, you will watch as Law, Sorai, Elnath, butler, and maid just vanish.
LR
Like-
grips her weapon tightly, and as a surge of rage hits her, but she kept it to herself.
Kagura lets out a sigh and says, as confusing as circumstances are, I guess it's safe to say, I guess I can still say just like old times.
She will, but Ruru should be back before we get to the dragon.
Okay.
So, you will make your way off the road and you arrive in the swamp. It smells foul.
Swampy?
Not swampy. Foul. There is
Okay.
a black misty aura that seeps from the puddles, and you can see black splotches of this weird substance that has no texture littering the ground. And where it does, there's no unevenness. It's just a flat circular droplet. There's no plant life there. There's no change in the level of the ground. What do you guys do?
Alex kind of sneers at seeing all of this, and he says, "Yeah, this is the Black Dragon's lair, all right."
Suppose we'll head the vent on then.
Alright. Well, move on when you're ready. You have control of your tokens. You're down in the bottom right.
I'm gonna send Valen to just sort of scout ahead, just if he can get it, see if he can get any idea who the dragon is.
Okay, give me a second. I forgot to put Valen on there, so let's see. There's Valen. Yeah. You should be able to control him, and he should have sight.
Yeah, he's just gonna do like sort of a whole circular sweep of the whole area.
You should be able to. Yeah. Hold on. Did I give him sight?
Bjorn is looking through his eyes the entire time.
Here we go. There you go. Sorry, I forgot to give him sight.
Yeah, you did. So let me see. It's a kind of a maze.
The walls are basically really dense jungle.
Oh, that's what?
Dense shrubbery, like gnarled wood and, prickly vines and such.
Twisted
Okay.
trees and the like.
So where's that at?
Ooh.
No, it's
Aaron?
more
Okay.
it's more difficult terrain than anything.
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain. You can go through them, it's just... Yeah, it's difficult terrain.
Dennis looks at the shrubbery and is like, if someone ever wanted a shrubbery, there seems to be a nice supply here.
Don't touch it.
Okay. Seeing a couple of kobolds to the north.
Yeah, they're probably followers of the Black Dragon.
That's no surprise.
Although if what Spud told us is any indication, I can't believe I just said that name. The kobolds themselves aren't actually following the dragon entirely willingly. It's more like they're just trying to more like they're just being faced with an ultimatum.
Well,
Alright,
I mean,
so,
okay.
Vienna? Stop.
Yeah.
Vienna, stop, please.
All right.
Valen,
Stop.
Valen, while flying... So let me just, Yeah. Yeah, Valen suddenly... what would be this? Your vision goes black.
Hey, okay. Looks like Valen's been noticed. I snap my fingers, expend my 1 use a day of Find Familiar to resummon him.
Alright, I'll bring him back to you.
Yeah.
What direction was that in, Vienna?
It
Give me a
was
second.
sort of to the northwest, more or less. Way to the northwest, there were at least as there was a pack of kobolds. Didn't really see anything else.
did you see if he got shot down?
Nah, I didn't see what took Akama's vision just went black. As soon as Valen resummoned, did you see what took you out?
He did not. He just... His head tilts and shakes.
Right.
Could he have died simply from going near the Black Dragon?
Dragon magic is powerful, but I'm not entirely sure if it's enough to snuff out a familiar.
Yeah, but if it's enough to bring down a familiar just from merely being there, what could it do to us? What if we get too close?
Maybe we
Well-
should go and get some sort of antidote.
Maybe we should. Maybe we could lure it out.
I'd imagine that's the best course of action. Fighting a dragon in its lair isn't the smartest decision.
Especially when we have no idea what it's capable of.
Question is, how do we lure it out? Kill its subordinates, make it curious what's going on.
Make it
You could just pile a whole bunch of treasure near the swamp and wait for it to come collect.
Where are we going to get that much treasure, though?
Yeah.
And
I know
besides,
this is a terrible suggestion, but the Green Dragon has lots of treasure.
That is a terrible suggestion.
very terrible.
Yes.
Besides,
Yes, I knew that. Okay.
besides, we're talking about a black dragon here. As much as you guys might not think so, each kind of dragon prefers a certain kind of treasure.
Mm.
And what are black dragons going for?
Typically, from what I remember, at least from what I remember reading, they like ruined civilizations.
So,
Basically, they like to hold on to things that it has outlived, like portraits of kings who have long since died. It's to stroke its own ego to say, I outlived these people, these great civilizations.
Well, he's not going to outlive me.
Let's just get moving. Standing around isn't going to accomplish anything.
alrighty. Missouri, you want to take the lead? I'll follow by you.
Alright. Keep Valen
Sure.
at the ready, Vienna.
Right.
Now, just to save time, I'm gonna leave the NPCs at the start, and I'll just move them if combat happens or if you need them. Okay?
Got it.
Just because I'm lazy.
Okay.
So,
Reserva, take the lead.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, is it the same day that we left the thing?
yes, it's nearing nighttime. It's
Okay.
it's the afternoon. The sun's still up, but it's starting to dip.
Yeah. Vierna took like a 4-hour hour nap while still in the mansion to get back her spell slots.
Okay.
Okay, there's a fork in the road.
Which way did you send Valen, Vienna?
And I sent him. I sent him that way.
All right,
Try the
that way it
other.
is then.
Oh, okay.
That was where you spotted the kobolds, right?
Yeah.
Alright then. That's probably the safer bet right now.
Yeah, like they.
Okay.
Maybe we could convince them to help us?
It is possible.
No.
Do
We're
you have
not-
anything?
We're not going to be able to convince the kobolds to fight the dragon with us. They're terrified of him.
They're kobolds.
lure him out somewhere.
Kobolds worship dragons as gods.
I'm aware of this, but I heard that these ones aren't exactly friendly with this dragon.
When Spud, the way Spud put it, but he basically told us the only reason the kobolds are working with him is because they can either
Stop.
defy the dragon.
You can see him from here.
Roll
They can-
initiative.
Oh crap.
I'm sorry, Kagra. You can finish what you were saying if you like. I just had to stop
The way
Grisura.
Spud put it, as far as the kobold's relationship with the dragon went, they could either die now or they could die later.
Okay.
Have we found the dragon already?
No, the kobold spotted us.
So, has everyone rolled? Let me see. One.
Yep. I've rolled.
Yeah.
NPCs?
Yes. I need to bring your NPCs over. 1 second. All NPCs go on the same initiative turn just because it's easier. But they'd be around here, I think. Yeah. fine,
Okay.
He would be next to Allah. Sven would be at the back of the group, and the Duriga are gonna be with Kagra. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'd probably be the bodyguards for him.
Is Mittens actually participating in the fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mittens is Allah's sidekick.
Okay. He's still only wearing a towel though.
Yes,
I have not given him clothes yet.
he is still very much wearing only a towel. Only a towel.
A expert
So-
or spellcaster?
So, Kargra, you can order the Duragar to do things, but basically that's a free action. You tell them who to attack on your turn, etc. Okay?
All right, what can you two do?
So, Rizura.
Yeah.
Okay. Grisura, your AC is 18, so that misses. And that misses. You feel two thuds beside you. Actually, wait, that would be with... No, wait, that doesn't change things. So yeah, you hear two thuds behind you, beside you. And you
What
see
the
two
heck?
grooves in the ground.
Oh, we are well out of range.
You then hear another two thuds. Okay. Those two hit. You... Oh, okay, that did not work. I will... That's right, I have to use the other... There we go. This will work. Okay. You take 32 damage.
Ow!
You feel your chest push back as this force just hits you with the. It feels like you had the very wind knocked out of you. Alex, you spend your turn becoming unsurprised. Kagura,
Of course.
you spend your turn. Vienna, Rizura, Dennis, Allah, Mittens. He's always surprised. And it is their turn. This time, Allah. Allah, your AC is 18, so that hits. And, let's see. Okay. So, you take 16 damage. Alright.
Okay.
And how fast do they move? Okay. You feel a wind rush past you. And Alex, your AC is 16, so they both hit.
God damn it.
You take
Right.
22 bludgeoning damage.
Right, minus 22. Yeah, I'm not doing so good.
Alexander, it is your turn.
Is something wrong, Alex?
Yeah, I'm nearly dead already. But yeah. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna move up here 30 feet.
Okay. You take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wait, what?
Yeah, probably.
They're invisible.
You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
No, not... Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. So, yeah. Okay. Shit. Can I take a guesstimate of where they are?
You can attempt to hit them, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Alrighty. Well, Alright, well, first one. Here comes Eldritch Blast.
Oh, and you have to roll a perception first. I forgot about that. Well,
No, it wouldn't
that's a
matter.
nat
Well,
one.
that doesn't matter anyway.
I'm gonna say he successfully hits a puddle, maybe.
Yeah, you hit the ground.
All right. Well, I get 2 bolts, so here's the second one.
Okay. So I need you to roll me a perception again.
All right, perception.
Okay. So let me just roll this real quick. Yeah, you couldn't find them. You end up hitting nothing again.
All
Kagura.
right.
First off, Kagura turns to the what are they called? Duragar?
Yep.
He asks, "Right, what could you two do?"
1 second.
I really should have asked this before the fight.
Okay, they share a glimpse and they say, well, right. Well, we have explosives. We could throw some on the ground, see if we hit something.
Kagura turns to Vierna. Vierna asks her, don't drow innately know a spell that can expose invisible creatures?
And it can. Yes.
So what are you
Alright.
gonna do on your turn?
So Kagura is going to suggest to Vierna. All right, Vierna, if you could use that spell to expose the nearby is the position of whatever attacked Alex. These two who could attack with their explosives.
Right.
For now, I'll try and pick him out as best I can.
All right.
And I'm making a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. So what are you gonna do with your action?
I'm going to. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Well,
Actually, Kagura,
What?
I could cast detect magic, and I'll tell you where they're at.
it's not
I
your
have a
turn.
Or actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bow out and hold my action until Vierna or Dennis, whichever of the two, exposes the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
All right. Vienna.
Okay, so as soon as the hold on, as soon as the egg stops, then I will cast thing.
Okay.
Question to
its
the
range?
DM: on exactly what square did Alex get hit with the attack of opportunity?
Alex was here, and he moved here.
It's probably somewhere around here.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on that area. Here
On
goes.
which area? Just draw the cube for me.
Right. A moment. Shape. Okay, so Alex was right next to me, so I'm going to put it here. Out of character, I'm not expecting this to work because things that can turn invisible also usually are also usually really good at dex saving throws.
Okay.
Okay, out of the way, the save DC is a dexterity saving Saving throw DC 15.
Okay, well, they succeeded.
Yep.
Oh, you called it.
Rizura,
Yeah?
it's your turn.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, seeing as how I am down to 12 health, I try and find a way to either get myself healed without provoking any attacks of opportunity that might be happening.
Okay. Do you have potions of healing?
I don't think so.
We have 3 potions of healing.
Alright, I
Yes,
take one of
but
those.
you have to have them in your inventories.
Yeah,
But, anyway.
I don't have any potions of healing.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Wait until my turn, please. Hold your action.
Okay, I hold my action with my axe.
Okay. Dennis.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and can I, in the same turn, use it to do the faint outline thing?
This is probably going to spoil things, but can Detect Magic detect elementals?
They technically are magic, aren't they?
I mean, I'm not sure.
Okay, let me just...
Because they're constructed of wind magic, aren't they?
Let me just give this a quick Google and I'll take the first answer. Okay, so the first answer I got was an elemental isn't magical, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Sorry.
Is or isn't?
Isn't.
Okay.
They're an entity, not magic. Because there's also magical constructs that are clearly labeled as magical, you know?
Right, that makes sense.
That's my thinking on it. Anywho. Sorry, would you like to... You can change your turn because of that ruling. Because you would know this. So, yeah.
Well, he doesn't know what exactly is invisible. And not being able to detect what is invisible limits what is invisible.
Okay. So, you still want to do Detect Magic?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I can't see them, so whatever they are invisible naturally.
Allah.
Maybe an elemental?
Alar pulls out her lantern and lights it.
Alright. The lantern shines light in 30 feet. And you see...
Does that take my action?
Let me see if I can get you a better picture.
Alright.
Don't read all the information. This is just purely to show you the picture of what you're dealing with, okay? So don't read down, just look at the picture and then you know what you're looking at.
An invisible stalker, of course.
Dennis sees this and he's like, that's one of the options I was thinking it would be. We could possibly try throwing things at them.
Allah?
That's what these guys just said they were for.
Yep,
What's
and
up?
it's their turn next. You still have your bonus action, I believe. Or your
That was
action.
I am going to... I can only heal one. Well, that's okay.
Is that all of them at 30 feet?
Let me give Alara 30 feet aura so you can see what the lantern is revealing. Aura 1, see. Let me see if I can. Aura 1 and 30 feet. So I'll give it light. Yep. Okay. There you go. That's 30 feet.
Okay. I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
step down
Is that all the invisible stalkers?
over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna heal. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna heal Alex with cure wounds.
Alright, roll it.
By the way,
Hey, isn't Cure Wounds an action?
It is. You said I have an action or a bonus action.
As in. Yeah, 1 second.
Would
so you
healing?
can probably cast Healing Word because it's a bonus action.
Oh, I didn't know.
Also, Kagura, you can see the opponent now.
Right. I was about to say, hey, I'm gonna take my action now. With the
Okay.
short bow.
You may do so, but give me a second. It was an action to light the lantern. I was asking you if it was an action or a bonus action. I just checked it's an action, so you still have your bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna use,
So you can use Healing Word.
I'm gonna use healing word.
Okay.
You may roll, sir. Okay. You heal that
Right.
amount.
I'm healing Alex for 9.
Alright,
You're
that's 9.
really
Thank you.
quiet, Allah.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Let me turn you up a
Okay.
little. Oh, I know what happened. I accidentally reset all my settings, so everyone's gone super quiet. That's right. Forgot it did that. Okay. So, Kagura, you may take your surprise action now. Okay. I believe that hits. Yep, okay. It takes 6 piercing damage. You watch as the arrow seems to pierce something in the circular air, like it catches some sort of wind current that makes it swing and swirl around the creature.
Hey, he would actually get sneak attack on that because he, as Valen technically is in proximity.
Fair enough. Roll sneak attack.
What would sneak attack be again?
And this would be 3d6.
2d6.
3d6.
3d6.
Okay.
So it's 14.
The next thing, the Duriga will,
Wait. Oh, okay.
yeah, they'll. Sorry?
No, you're good. Don't worry.
I gave them all the same initiative. It's just using Min's token.
Okay.
Okay. So they both throw, both hit.
Question.
1 second. I
think-
gotta read. 1
Okay.
second. Critical damage. Okay. Okay. So it takes 5 now, and then 5 on each of its turns. Okay. What did you want?
Didn't Gazura already in action? But then technically speaking, it's not next to her, is it?
No.
She wouldn't be able to hit it. No.
Okay.
Unless, yeah, I don't think she. Rizura,
I think she specified being.
Yeah.
were you ready to throw an axe, or were you ready to swing it?
Ready to throw an axe.
Okay, throw it.
Alright.
That's a miss.
Dang it.
Okay, it is Minon's turn. Hello?
I control minutes as well, fighting, right? Basically.
Yep. You control Min's.
Minutes is going to use cure wounds. Not cure wounds. Yeah, he's gonna walk up to Grazura and just pat her on her leg and just use cure wounds on her.
Alright, while you roll that, Min's pats Grisora and then says, "You will feel better, green woman."
The strong.
You heal 6 damage. Sren is just going to pull out her short bow and make an attack, and she's going to deal 6 piercing to this guy right here. Okay. It's now their turn. This guy is going to... Well, he can't move there, and he can't move there. Yeah, he's going to move right down here. And become invisible. So, Kagura. You take a slam, that's a 20. You take 10 bludgeoning. Sran takes a slam, that's a nat 20. She takes 16 damage. And that's its turn. And let me just switch layers. So Sren is down 16.
How
And
much did
now
you say I took? 10?
You took 10. 10 out of 10. The invisible stalker is going to swing once at Alar. And that's
And
one.
I'll use my sentinel I'll use my sentinel to make an attack.
Okay, roll it.
All right.
That hits. It takes 9 slashing. And it loses its second attack because it swung too wide and does a little awkward spin as it tries to regain its air quotes footing. Alex.
All right. I'm. Hang on, I need to quickly read something for a moment. All right. I'm going to use Eldritch Blast again on the guy that's right in front of me.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1,
Hits.
2,
Hits. Kagura.
and that's it.
Kagura is going to take out his sword and is going to slash at this spot.
Okay.
He's using the sword of evil's bane. So this is gonna be the attack roll is gonna be a U +1 above whatever comes up.
Alright, well, it's a disadvantage because it's invisible, but you may strike.
Well, actually, no, he is flanking, so cancel out, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right, he is flanking. Alright, so yeah, you manage to hit the beast and you feel your sword strike some sort of strong wind force, but you manage to push through it and slice. You hear the wind blare up and ooh.
Don't forget
Yeah.
sneak attack,
Yes,
Should-
sneak attack.
which does get affected by the nat 20.
So that would mean you'd roll
Forgot to
66.
66.
66.
Okay. Vienna.
Okay.
Shouldn't have gone. If you're gonna try to hide, I'd stick to one target. Then you gave yourself away.
Okay, so Fiona's gonna move here, and then Valen is gonna fly through, and is gonna just fly through this thing made of air, sort of just to disrupt him. This flavor that is flavor for me, giving him providing me the help action.
All
so
right.
between that and flanking with Sren, I now have advantage on this attack,
You do.
and I'm gonna, for the first time, I think, take out Dolphin Sorrow and swing it with a booming blade.
Roll
So-
attack.
Does that hit?
It does.
And then so he takes. So in addition to on top of everything else, he takes an extra 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
And if he moves for any reason before my next turn, and he will immediately take an extra 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
For someone who's invisible, he's not very good at evading attacks.
You guys are literally ganging up on him.
Yep.
He shouldn't have given himself away.
Grizura.
Alright, can I use my bonus action to whistle back my axe of returning?
You may.
Alright, I do that.
And you
And-
have it back.
Alright, I'll use my movement to get close to the elemental.
You have advantage.
And then I'm gonna attack with both my scimitar of the Raven's Claw and the axe of returning.
Okay. Roll it.
Alright.
Okay.
20.
Let me just 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2. Okay. So he takes 19 damage right there.
Alright.
And you guys are
And-
worried about a black dragon. Seriously.
Now the axe.
Yeah, well, I nearly got floored on the first round.
I know
You
that
have
feeling.
advantage, so that hits, and that takes 7.
Alright, and I believe I have extra attack.
Yep. You can attack 3 times now.
What'd you say?
3
You
times.
can attack 3 times per turn.
Okay, so this is 1 time or 2?
2.
No,
Alright,
1.
Wait, what? Okay.
The axe of returning is a bonus action attack.
Yeah.
But she
But
used
then
a bonus action to recall it.
Yeah.
So then, no, she wouldn't get an extra attack because she used her extra attack to attack
The
with
extra. I don't think she threw the extra returning. She just whacked the guy with it.
She threw the axe. And then
Yeah,
she
she
whistled
used
to
that.
get it. So she doesn't have
And
her
then she
bonus action. So she used her extra attack.
Okay.
So you don't get another hit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Dennis.
I have no melee spells.
That's probably for the best.
So I think I'll probably keep my leveled spell slots for other things.
You could give
Other-
yourself mage armor.
One thing, actually, that would be a dex save, so that wouldn't help. So I'm gonna try a point blank chill touch, which will be a disadvantage anyway because it's a ranged spell at point blank.
And
Pretty
he's
sure that-
invisible, which is this. Regardless, it's just straight roll, and a 17 does hit, so it takes 11 damage.
Can't regain HP until the start of my next turn. Also at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah.
disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Oh,
So I have a question about spells. I can't use cantrips and spells at the same turn, right?
you
You
can
can.
use 1 leveled spell and 1 cantrip.
Okay. I am going to use Shillelagh as a bonus action then.
Okay.
And then I'm going to conjure animals as my action.
Okay. What are you conjuring?
2 direwolves.
Okay. They move right after you do. What are they doing?
And do I get to choose where they're placed at?
Yep, you can. I'm just adding them now.
Okay.
Where do you want them placed?
Oh, they're big.
Yes.
One, well, I don't even know where to place them because I can't place them well. Can I place one here?
You may.
Can I? It has to be right beside me then. This one because I can't place them very far, can I?
You can place it anywhere within 30 feet, I think it is.
Oh, okay. Then the other one in this 4-foot radius.
Okay. And that's your turn. It's their turn. What do you want them to do?
I don't know their moveset, sadly, so I'm assuming they have a bite, right?
You can tell them to attack. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, tell them to attack.
Okay. They both bite. They both have advantage. 15 hits. 15 hits. And that's another 20 damage.
Another what?
Another 20 damage.
Okay.
Okay. It's now Min's turn.
What are you having Mittens do?
Sorry, I forgot. I'll have Middens use Primal Savagery. Oh, that's natural attack. I'm going to have him do that then. Move him over here and do that.
He has advantage, so that does hit. Roll damage.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing only whispers, but that's fine.
I can fix that in a second.
Okay.
Okay. So he takes 10 acid.
And then I'm going to use his bonus action, that was a cantrip, to healing word Zura again.
Okay. Roll it.
I believe I can cast that level 1. Sorry. You heal 2 HP, Gerzera.
Okay. You watch as the two Duriga step forward and bring their battle axes down into the corner. And you see a sphere materialize and then break into two and disintegrate.
I guess that takes care of one of them. You guys actually are handy to have around.
They grunt, but focused on the fight currently, and that's yeah. The invisible stalker left is going to take a swing at the dogs.
And I'll use my sentinel again.
Okay. That's a miss.
Flanking.
Alexander Goldgale, defender of dogs.
You have advantage.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Roll again.
Okay, that hits. It takes 11.
No, I'd say use the 7 just for fairness.
Agreed.
Okay. Alex, it is your turn. You can
Alrighty
see
then.
the threads of wind slowly beginning to unravel and show another metal sphere. They're trying to sort of grasp it and hold it, but it keeps slipping and falling and then being lifted up and falling.
Basically, it's nearly dead, yeah?
It's up to interpretation.
Alrighty then. Well, here goes 2 Eldritch Blasts once again. And since I'm flanking and everything, these are at advantage. 1.
Alright.
Okay, here goes the second one.
So how do you want to do this?
Alex, his hand is covered in, well, everyone who's like in proximity noticed that his hand, like, you've seen what his Eldritch Blast looks like when he throws it out. It's like his hand like, channels the energy and it kind of like goes invisible almost. This time his hand is like almost covered in frost as this like, the cold air around it just seems to emanate from it. He reaches in, grabs the orb, and he lets loose with an Eldritch Blast. Basically point blank.
All right. So you will watch as Alex leans forward with the Eldritch Blast in his hands, and he thrusts his hand forward and grabs the orb. And you watch as the frost begins to coil and wrong element. Oh, okay. And then you watch as cracks slowly appear in the orb. And then it shatters into ice, falling into a powdery snow before it fades away. And that's the end of combat.
That was rough.
Ugh.
You guys okay?
A little bit.
Doing
Alright, well,
doing all right.
Alright, well, first up, Alex, I'd imagine Alex has been carrying the potions ever since we purchased them, so it's about time to delegate them. He gives two to Grisura.
Much obliged.
And I'd say for the sake of preserving spell slots, he downs the third one.
Okay.
All right, and that's just a straight potion. That straight potion of healing. That's 2d4, correct?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. He heals 7. Plus 7. Boom. I'm doing good. All right.
So, you're all still left alone. Though Fiona and Allah, you would notice that far off in the distance that the kobolds are looking in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna send Valen up in this direction just to have a quick poke around as to what's in this area.
Alright, you may do so. What's everyone else doing?
Basically, if he said and anything, if he spots anything big with scales, he's just gonna he will take a very circuitous route back to us.
Okay.
Kagura notices Kagura sees the kobolds and he decides to go up to Alar and asks her, "See, Alar, what happened? Where did Spud go?"
I think we left him back at that place. So he must be with Elnath right now.
Great, he could have talked us out of this.
I'd say if we just name drop them, they might be a bit more inclined to listen.
Good thinking.
But yeah, I'd say even though he says that, Alex is trying to make an attempt to hide, because after that fight, he's not eager to get into another.
Okay. So, Vienna?
Yeah.
Where was it? Alright. Right about here. No, about... Yeah, here. They spot a treasure chest.
I will make. Okay, he will make a note of its location, and we may come back for it later.
Okay. Anyway, you may continue.
But yeah, like I said, Alex is after that fight, Alex is kind of making an attempt to hide a little bit. Because that last fight, like, yeah, he's not happy to get into another. He's not happy to get into another fight.
So they're not attacking or threatening you, but they are on guard. They did see your fight.
All right. So, okay, and he leans into like whispered Kaga. It's like, so who's making first contact here, me or you?
I'll do it.
You sure?
Kagura places his puts his sword back, sheaths the sword and places it in his, and places the sword into his sash, and then approaches the kobold with his hands up.
They
Sure, that's a good.
raise their bows and they say, "Go away," in broken common.
I'm afraid I'm afraid we can't do that. We have business with the dragon we heard resides here.
They fire a warning shot. Go away.
Name drop Spud, you idiot.
My centaur friend and I happen to be acquainted with somebody by the name of Spud.
They all share a look and then they go, "Who?"
I believe he was one of your numbers, about 10 days old, I think he said he was.
Who?
Did one of you go missing recently?
I mean, did we? People go missing all the time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we serve it. And then they pause and then they go, and then they fire another shot and say, "Stop! You're trying to manipulate us. We know how you adventurers work."
I think they want you to repeat the name.
So, you mean to tell me that your people will go missing on a regular basis?
Well, yeah, we're
Even
kobolds.
Even this Spud?
Don't know who that is, sorry.
You haven't thought to investigate these disappearances.
Nope.
What if I said my friends and I can do that for you?
Don't care, just go.
Sure. And you're sure there isn't anything that you might want? Something that we can do for you?
Nope, we want you to go.
Alar
What-
steps forward and holds out a shiny silver coin.
They all stare at it for a long while. And then they share a glance, but this one's more fearful, and then they look back and say, and they aim another shot and say, "Last warning," and then they fire it. It lands at your feet again. They're not trying to hit you, but that is your last warning.
If you aren't gonna let us through, maybe
Oh,
you
that
can
sounds
tell
bad.
us how we can get around?
They motion to the large swampland around them.
They motion to what?
They motion to the large swath of swampland around you.
I think they just want you to go around.
You don't mind as long as we don't bother you?
Go away.
I'll take that as a yes. And he backs up. He backs off.
They lower their weapons, and you watch as one kobold briefly runs out, snatches the 3 arrows they used, and then runs back before you can really do anything.
I guess there's no way we're getting through there without conflict, and considering how much those invisible stalkers took out of us, I don't want to get into another fight before we fight this dragon.
Hang on. As Alar watches him reach for the arrow, she throws a silver coin closer.
One second.
Alar, what are you doing?
Shh. Got an idea.
He runs and grabs it, and then he steps back.
Alar throws one a little bit closer.
He takes a step forward, and then he grabs it and steps back again.
Alar does it right about here now. Well, actually, right about here.
He runs and grabs it and attempts to run back.
Alar jumps him.
Ah! You catch the kobold. He scrabbles, and the other kobolds are like, "They're attacking! They're attacking!" And they aim their bows, but
Alar has him hostage as she runs a arm around his neck and puts a staff to it. Don't you dare! Do you care for him?
Not really.
Damn.
They don't even know each other's names.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, I was never given a name. My name was no name, so I wasn't given a name, so.
Do you want your precious no name to die?
Who?
Your no name.
Who?
I think he might be 10 years old. He's just a little boy. Don't do anything to him.
Actually, I'm only 1 day old.
Don't do anything to him.
Go away.
Fine, I'm taking him with me.
Fine.
And she just drags the no name.
The kobold just sort of goes limp. He's accepted this. It's just okay.
Kagura's just kind of stunned, thinking that could have gone so much worse.
Alex just smiles to the kobold and he says, "Hey, buddy, welcome to the shit show."
Oh, so that's what the smell was.
I look to Alara. I didn't know you had it in you.
So,
Though I'm surprised none of you realize that kobolds are mainly cannon fodder.
Well, I had to try something else.
Doesn't mean I want to go and fight them, especially when they have bows trained on us.
Well, at least Spud can have himself a bit of a friend.
the Jurigar speak up and they say, "Oh well, they with their skills like that, they'll probably more likely hit each other than us."
I'm not tempted to try this.
So they don't even make competent followers? What does the dragon want them for?
Food, mostly.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the kobold speaks up and says, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, no name, where's the black dragon at right now?
Oh, he's right over there. He knows you're there, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Which way does he point?
He points towards the camp.
In other words, we need to go through the kobolds in order to get to the black dragon.
Well, they're not going to let us through.
Well, it's not like it's on a peninsula, is it? And he walks over to the shrubberies on his side. He says, "These are more suggestions than rules over here."
So, you all.
So we can't go around.
Yes, you can.
Right.
But there's probably going to be guards on all sides. Yeah, so we're going to end it here.
Okay.
You have a week to decide what strategy you want to use and come up with whatever you want to do. Okay?
Okay.
I feel like I accomplished nothing, but it was still funny.
So,
If nothing else, he's a meat shield.
thank you all for coming this week. We will see you next week. I know we went a little bit later, but that's fine, I think. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Later.
Orphan lost, soul found. Nature sister who's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest fear.